Ah, so you're pulling a DJ night. Ah, nice. Thanks, March Renzi. Yeah, get it. I get it. Yeah. Oh, good stuff. No, no, no. Don't worry. Hey, Richard Entertainment. Yeah, I was right. I choked. Feels bad, man. No, no, no. It was working before. I can't complain. One sec. Bangers, I'll play Counter-Strike 2. 1 second. Two more games of this and then we'll do it. One more. All right, we'll end on that. We'll end there. Oh, we got a raid from Danya, even though I'm not really playing chess. We just did a quick push-up and chess break, even though I'm playing Counter-Strike. So thank you, Danya, for the raid. Because I'm about to play some Counter-Strike. I was playing with Bortnik earlier, actually. We got a few wins in there. But I'm actually Alex Gabrielov. I'm playing Counter-Strike, which is why the game is on Counter-Strike. Take some bullet breaks just to prepare the mouse. Be agile for shooting, but yeah. Thank you to Danya. If people want to hang out, I'm honestly just about to play some Counter-Strike. We're doing some games earlier. Did Danya just lose to a cheater? Is that what happened? That would be tilting, or if somebody's suspicious in the pool. That would be tilting for me as well. Oh, that's brutal. I've definitely had my fair share of those. Yeah. Thank you, Danya. Oh, I don't even need to, I believe it immediately. So, okay. Want to take a look at the game? Oops, it's Daniel Nerditsky. Guys. Which account? Frankfurt Airport? Okay. Alrighty. I faced a cheater from India named Pooja, my adversary. Maybe this is Pooja in 2023. Pooja's revenge. Let's take a look. Fantasy variation, that's pretty exciting. E2. Okay, I don't know the theory here, but let me go ahead. Let me check the time usage. 9:57, 2 seconds, 40 seconds. Looking pretty good for white right now. They're the same company, Wan Wenyan, so we're working with Factor this month. Okay, I like Daniel's position. He's got that nice pawn structure in the center and active F-file. G4. So right now black's playing like they don't really know what's happening. Queen B3 double attack, I would do the same. How can you not? Hitting F7 here. Maybe what queen takes B7 was maybe greedy, but it's probably playable. Bishop pair. 2 pawns up. Some random knight b4 move here. Okay. This looks winning. Maybe there's some tactics, but... Knight b4 is a disgusting move. Yeah, the time usage is all over the place. I guess white just needs to get their king side fixed up by bringing the knight in somehow. Gonna take a couple moves. Queen d6. Queen d1. Okay, so black has to come up with something right away. Queen d6, queen h6. That's very impressive. Okay, so queen d6, and then this is played in 10 seconds, and then this is played in like 10 seconds as well. No. But let's see if it works. Let's see if it works though, because I would just take on g5. It doesn't, my impression is it's good for white. I haven't calculated, but it doesn't look like it's enough. King f3. This looks really good for white. Just my impression. Because we're covering all the key squares. With queen g3 is a threat. Queen e1. Queen f2, I still don't... Holy shit! Queen h1 and f5, and the time usage is... Wow. Does f5 work? If f5 works, that's just then the whole thing is like total BS. This is not. This is so deep and so. No, this is blatant. This is blatant. No, this is so unnatural. There's no patterns in chess like this. Wow. It's not one move. Why are people saying it's one move? It's a sequence of queen d6, queen h6, bishop d6, played without much thinking, and leading into like some sort of incredible attack. This is not a natural way of attacking. And if it is, it's like people on the cutting edge of chess. Like maybe AlphaZero or something. They're not desperation moves because they work. The average desperation move doesn't work, let alone a sequence of desperation moves leading to a very strong attack. If it's just one desperation move from a really, but this, it seems connected. It seems like part of a deeper idea. Something that takes serious depth to understand. It's not one move. People gotta stop talking about one move. None of this is one move. This is a combination. You guys are gullible as hell. You would never find the move because you'd never be in the position to have that move. Show the people why F5 works. Don't ask Blunderfest. I would lose the same way as I just don't have a move. The most basic thing is like threatening to take on g4 and win the queen. If you take, queen here is king's cut off on the e-file, king's cut off on the b8 to h2 diagonal, so g4, queen h3 is checkmate. So that's the most basic one. But then, the nasty part is here, is if rook f5, I can do the same thing. Same checkmate if g takes, and I'll ask the chat, if bishop takes, why is this winning? Because the bishop no longer covers here, so we check from the back. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Yeah, beautiful stuff. But Daniel probably already showed this. I don't know where you don't. It's not. It's putting the queen on h2, sacrificing all the pieces and spending no time. That very impressive. This is if you play like this, you would beat Magnus as well. He would fall for this because he's an intuitive player. And intuitively, it shouldn't work for black. Only 7 seconds to play bishop d6. Yeah, you have to see all this beforehand. That's the point. Very interesting. Looking at bishop. But if bishop e4 g6, rook takes, is it the same f5 move? Look at this g6 move. I mean, if you go bishop e4, Daniel put queen f2, bishop e4 g6, you get blasted the same way. This is disgusting. This is nasty. You have to find some crazy line to try to, this looks, oof. Oof. This is a very, very impressive configuration. Yes. Vice versa, can you link your FIDE page? Just curious. Curious about your chess. No, I'm serious. I just want to know who I'm dealing with here. You can post your FIDE page. Curious. FIDE. Not online. Or if you've worked with some computers. Like if you work in AI or something. What if you calculated one line only and got lucky that all the lines happen to work? We can discuss what ifs for a very long time. But this is a pretty deep configuration. The problem is it's a configuration that is sound. And the time stamps are also not very encouraging here. Vice versa, you don't play FIDE, you don't even have a reference of what a good attacking club player is. I said Magnus would lose as white here, but vice versa, 2100. rapid. Very impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive. Yeah, in a classical game, this would be good. Vice versa, very impressive. He says he would find it as well. Wow. Wow. F5 is not the shot. It's like playing the moves that enable F5. Could somebody luck upon F5? Of course, in a one move position. Getting Daniel's king to run around the board and put him in a potential mating net, and finding the only paths to do that without spending any time. That's the harder part. Yeah. Yeah. We're not. But what do I know? That was just my opinion. This is very impressive. I told you guys what I was impressed by, right? I said right here. Playing queen d6, queen h6, bishop d6, spending pretty much no time. That's for me where the light bulb is like, holy smokes. Because, I mean, that's just super, super impressive. Here, I don't know if there's other moves here, like knight b4, maybe the engine saying or something. I don't know. Chess.com engine probably isn't strong enough, but you don't look at h2 and try that. That's why I was asking what your chess understanding or level was at, because that's not a proper mating configuration. It's not even like, oh, I just saw somebody else do it, so I'm just gonna throw my pieces. It's the piece setup is unique. He's 1600 bullet. 1600 bullet playing like this. Well, time will tell. Time will tell. Why wouldn't I attack h2? I would attack h2 if I didn't lose a piece. But I lose a piece in the process. If I can attack h2 comfortably, sure. But after rook f5, losing a piece to attack h2. I'm impressed by the speed. Is it possible to, like, I mean, it reminds me a little bit of, I'll show a game. So this is what it reminds me. Doesn't know, let me see. Is this the game? I was gonna show a game it reminded me of, but it's actually not the same. It's not similar enough. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Hey, Golovin, thank you. Knight a3. Makes sense. I mean, f5 probably definitely shocked Danya to see. to think about it. You give some players that like to attack this position, they're gonna find this move. Some of them out of 100 might play Queen H1. Although Queen H1, but it's the coordination that I'm very impressed by. Yeah. Mhm. You can never say for sure. I've encountered a ton of cheaters in the rapid pools. I have some videos there, but I mean, you can't say for sure. But then it's very, very fortunate, and the variance is pretty extreme. But without a shadow of doubt, there's lots of cheaters in the rapid pool already. That's just the baseline. And so when I see this kind of chess, it's like, vice versa. That's what are you speaking as a 2100 rapid player? Or are you now like putting in the moves in an engine and give it like using that as your reference point? Most times when there's a cheating case, in my experience, and I'm not saying this is for sure, they don't play every move perfectly, or there's been plenty of cheaters that have always allowed one variation to work. You don't get away with it by like by 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 giving nothing. So that doesn't mean somebody cheated. Also, doesn't mean they didn't either. Because if you want to get away with it, you're not going to play a linear game. And that's unrelated to this game. I'd say that in general, that's just how it is. It could be related, but I can't say for sure. But for sure, based on my experience, we'll look at his other games. I could take a look at that later. I mean, we can. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't know. Take a look at one of his bullet games. It's a blitz game. You're trying to tell me now the sub 2000 player is mating Daniel like this? That's not how chess that's not how chess works. Uh, oh, you played Big Ben. Hey, Mount Prime. He played him on. Whoa. I might have to. Wait, this was like Tuesday. I might have to make a video on this. We have games against a few people. Did he defend this position? Let's take a look. By the way, this is kind of nice. If e5, I think it's 96, and you just keep taking everything. Take. You have to go 96. Take, and you can just eat everything. Maybe there's another. Maybe there's rook d1 here. I don't know. You just take everything. Let's see. So Amon played the Greek gift. Greek sacrifice, whatever you want to call it. If somebody is trying to play streamers, that's already a red flag. The motive is there, and it's happened many, many times. The higher probability. People like to snipe streamers. Doesn't mean they did it, but it was definitely an incentive. Yeah. Hey, Mom Prime, no worries, man. I got it, by the way, so thank you for both of those earlier today. Interesting. Let's take a look at another game from the same tournament. What an impressive win by White. If they won this. Interesting. Level drops a lot, yeah. Who's Q-Corn? I mean, I didn't realize he has a profile picture. He's in our Discord. He's part of the League of Legends crew. I just hadn't seen his face. So he's sniping in the Chessbar arenas. Okay. I gotta watch out for Blenderfest. My rapid rating might be at risk. You wish Nepo gave Dude, Nepo plays Dota. In Eastern Europe, they make fun of League of Legends. There's a big rivalry. This is an impressive sequence. Thank you, Mount Prime, for the bits. Whoa! Big energy here. Does it work? Oh my goodness. Queen f6, rook h3, rook h8, unstoppable mate, huh? We have to investigate this. Does f6 hold? I can't even tell. Well, this is a very serious maneuver and setup. Okay, one thing for sure, there's serious variance going on in the games. There's serious variance going on. Rook h3 looks good. But the queen... When you trade queens, the king escapes. But he played knight g1 with 0 seconds spent. Knight g1 with 0 seconds spent. Really? Knight g1 is playable, I think. I think you're wrong. I think people playing it with 0 seconds and playing these nice attacks is not 1900. Nothing close to 1900 blitz level. Again, knight g1 is not one move, it's a sequence of moves. It's a sequence of moves, it's a setup found in like 5 seconds or less than 5 seconds. When you go knight g1, you see the whole configuration. It's impressive. I don't know, maybe there's 2 people playing on the account. But that's they're always sequences. I'm not really looking at one move at a time. We'll see. We'll see. E5 is a great outpost. I'm not analyzing it. I said he spent 0 seconds coming up with it. A lot of people in this position would probably spend time looking at Rook H3. They might look at Rook H3. They might find this just in 0 seconds. The average person wouldn't find it in 0 seconds. I might spend 10 seconds on it, or 5 seconds. Let's investigate some more. What's the eval? Vice versa. I'm not. My qualifications aren't engine based. I'm not really looking at that when I'm assessing these things. I don't know if Knight G1 is winning or not. But finding it in a second is. Move times are very interesting. What you're doing is you're using an engine and then you're validating your stance, trying to do that by using an engine as a basis. That's why you wouldn't be able to catch cheaters anyways. You don't have a background in chess. Why are you asking me if Rook H3 was just as good? Like, this is a much easier position than the previous one. I'm sure you can figure it out. Oh, let me... Yep, cheers, buddy. Let's see here. So do I have to go further back? Check which rapid games. If an account's been closed, there will be a sign, right? Good night, Dan. Yeah, I mean, I can revisit this later. It's like 4 a.m. You beat a cheater. What's the cheater's name? Oh no! He went for Hikaru's dad. I mean, if you thought you were safe, he went for Amon, he went for Danya, and even Hickey's dad, Sunil. Oh man. Oh man, that is a plot twist. He's going for nobody's safe. This is Hikaru's dad, Sunil Weramantri. He's going for. I must be one of the. Have I played him? I might be on the list. There is a checklist, isn't there? Neon Dion, thank you, man. Thank you for the dono. F5. This is a bullet game, so I'm just having fun with this. Don't take it too seriously. Oh, he flags poor Hikaru's dad. He's got a lot of range. In that game, he's just making bad moves. But we're going further. This is a 10-2 game. Oh, whoa, is that a GM? Okay, he's got a few games here. Chess Punks Qualifier. No. Look at how poorly he played here. He just blundered in the opening. And he probably puts up a good fight now. No, if I did a YouTube video, I'd have to spend some more time. No, it wasn't Bishop takes out F7. This is a nice move. A very low level game by... Okay. Good. So... I'll need to take some more time, like... The game against Daniel is pretty nasty. I just don't understand how they're so bad at bullet and how they find some variations. This looks like a Chessbrah arena. Or it's a similar one, Osmos. You beat a cheater? Oh, let's take a look at it. Yeah, but the cheater, is he trying here? No, the cheater was not cheating in this game. At least, this isn't the game that got white banned. I don't know what got white banned, but I'm still gonna take a look at it. I'm sure chess.com uses a bunch of games as data. I just mean that he's not beating somebody who's like literally turning an engine on every move. That makes sense. You know, you get banned for cheating. You don't have to cheat every game to get banned. Let's see here. I would play a5 here, by the way. For sure you'd play a5 because you'd be like, look, the d3 pawn's isolated and weak. The b4 pawn's not. I can support it with a5 and have a better pawn structure. So these are some strange moves. He's very good with his knights. Nice. It's still not winning. Yeah, I don't know. This is a mating net. Kind of gross. Not necessarily a full mating net, but I don't know. Yeah, but this game, it's not like he beat somebody who was playing out of their mind. It could mean something, it might not. I have to investigate more. But I'm on the lookout. He's playing right now. Like, some patterns are just like hanging a piece here. Or no. Yeah, you're just hanging a piece. Somebody who plays that well should be a little higher rated, I think. I said account sharing could be possible, which still can fall under the cheating umbrella. Especially like if it's not public or something. But I would need to investigate more in an earlier time. The game against Dania is definitely very impressive. I was gonna play Counter-Strike. You guys tricked me. I'll be the bad guy. Let me see here. Is he playing more games? Oh, that was checkmate. I'll say for sure the level that I'm seeing from the Rapid games is not they're not the same player. The Bullet and the Rapid guy are not the same, but the Dania game, people were really asking me, is he using a computer? That kind of cheating. I'm sure that's what is really the question. Toggling, so I have to look a bit. No, this Muhammadov, that's not the same guy. Yeah. I think I know who that guy is. Let's investigate his friends. No. TBD. If it wasn't 5 a.m., I might challenge him. But if he's stream sniping, he kind of knows I'm probably looking at the games. Yeah. I'll take a look more later. I'm going to speak to Amon about it as well. That's Anika. This is Anika. We don't know if they have a FIDE rating or not. Could be Puja. Yeah. Black can just go rook d8 here. I'm just clicking links from the chat. I'm not sure this will change anything for me. Maybe it will. We'll see. No, this is people blunder trying to play for a win all the time. That mating pattern happens, especially if you only spend 2 seconds on a move. 2 seconds isn't a lot of time. That's why when somebody plays really good moves with 0 seconds, that's super impressive. An average club player will blunder and blitz stuff like this sometimes. Yeah, what's up with the 800 playing like this? What kind of 800 is this? I mean, this isn't a 900 playing as black. He just meant to play a7 here, rook here, takes straight, and it's a draw. A brain fart. That's not a 900 though. Probably a lot of that 900 is still 900 today. But this is not a 900 in this game though. Look at the level of the game. The guy's playing extremely well. And fast. Everyone's good these days. Maybe everybody's a cheater. We're all cheaters. The opening is played too. Well, yeah, that's a very. How do you look at this? How do you look at this? You're giving too much credit to 900s if you think this is anywhere normal. I'd have to look later. I'd have to take a look later. I haven't checked things with an engine. I'm not the expert, like the end all of this. But the game against Daniels stands out the most, actually. Are there other games that he shows off his extremely strong attacking abilities? It's one thing to like find some desperate moves because you're looking for it, but even the people who find those kind of moves are usually people who like to attack or have some experience. Games he beat 2700 twice. Yeah. Because it seems like some people might be like 2000 blitz, but their attacking level is 2300 and their positional understanding is 1700, so they can have some volatility. But trying to get a sense for the style here. The Druid cheater. Oh, we're back to very sharp stuff. No, even in my recent speedrun on YouTube, the Caro-Kann one, if anybody watched, I played somebody named like Jet Surgeon or something. I think their account is still active. They blatantly were cheating against me. And they were like a 10-year-old account. So not every account gets caught. It's in a recent video of mine. And I mean, like full on cheating. Hey, Anna Many, thanks to the Prime. Rook h5 is impressive. Blunderfest, we analyzed. Jingo, you defeated Blunderfest. You are one of the only. We actually analyzed your game on stream, Jingo Ringo. You are one of the only people to defeat Blunderfest. We took a look at it. Your fighting ability was noted. Anonymous, thank you for gifting 25. Okay, this game that whoever submitted this game has piqued my interest. This is a heavyweight matchup. There's a show called BattleBots I used to watch. I like BattleBots. And it reminds me of that. I think on Spike TV. But he misses a win. He misses a win. The flippers were so OP. Thank you. And no matter what, there's bishop a4. Yeah. There's definitely some high-level games. Thank you, Beanie, for the host. Look, in this day and age, like, it's hard to really confirm some things when it comes to cheating. But I think it's fair to put him in a suspicious category. Just like when you travel, sometimes you have an extra security check. I've been there as well. He's defeated some cheaters. He's defeated some high-profile players. And there's definitely some stuff that I have questions about. But I would need to take a look more. I need to take a look more. As I said, is it account sharing? Because the styles don't match. This isn't the same bullet player. Some things are a little bit off. But I need to investigate further. I need to go in the lab. I mean, I could just stereotype. There's lots of cheating in the rapid pool. It's true. There's lots of just rampant. It used to be, at least. Like, I think I'm sometimes the highest rated rapid player on chess.com. I don't really play much rapid, but my rating's high because I got it a long time ago. But there's a guy who's ahead of me because he keeps trying to play cheaters on purpose. And he keeps getting ahead of me because he finds cheaters and plays them because he knows he'll gain rating from that. So actually, there's some Russian GM who keeps sniping cheaters on purpose to boost his rating. His name's Andrei Gutov. You can check his profile. And he keeps all's rating. Yeah, it's like a free play in football. Like legit. Check the rapid thing. It happened. Let's find him. Wait, you sent the game? Is that allowed? Well, it's not. It's not against the rules. If you're playing fair, you're playing fair. My internet's laggy. It's not opening. Maybe I have too many tabs. This one chess streamer. Who's this? And my internet's really slow. Chess.com is slow. Knows a lot of openings. Espionage, thank you. He spent 2.5 minutes here, which is bishop sack because knight takes, queen g6, king e7, knight f5, checkmate. That's not uncommon in the Caro-Kann. In the h5 pawn some sacrifices, and spending 2.5 minutes is fine. But he's playing so many different structures. Yes. I don't know. I'd have to take a look. I mean, this is a very well played game, but you sent the wrong game. Oh, this is a very nice game by White so far. No, Beanie, I don't think so. I actually was offered to do an event, but I'm playing myself in Europe in 10 days. Hello, Polar Bear. He's like a really good player, but uh, is Magnus Hikaru Thursday or Friday? Okay. I like to interrogate the players, but I don't have access to interrogate Blunderfest. Yeah, I don't know. Hypothetically, do you think this account turned it on more against Danya and is willing to face the consequences of doing it against a higher profile? They were building up, trying on Amon, trying on Hikaru's dad, trying Ben Feingold. This is a last hurrah. You know, like he's been playing for a while. These bullet games are what do they have to lose really? It's a 3-year-old account. I don't know. What do they have to gain? They definitely take some pride in rating. But yeah, I don't know. I was gonna play Counter Strike, but now I'm tired. Now this has made me sleepy. It's interesting though. This is an interesting case. The game against Danya is very that's raising some alarms. But I have to continue reading this book, The Three Body Problem. Since I started yesterday, I did about 20% of it, and I want to continue. Just think, yeah. Hmm. I'll have to think about it, you know. I'm usually right about these things, but then I want to keep my record intact. And this one, the move times is what's bothering the hell out of me. This player is not a good bullet player. They're 16, 1700. And they played queen d6, queen h6 immediately. Even though in bullet games they get nervous and they play poorly when they don't think much. There's something's going on. Yes, I'll say that. Like, let's say at minimum account sharing. I have to conclude it. There's minimum account sharing, but the maximum seems more. Oh yeah, of course you're more nervous against stronger players. There's so many psychological factors. But yeah. Maybe an older person who is too slow. That's a funny comment. Going after the old guys, eh? Um, yeah, the move times are bothering me a bit. If they're capable of playing such good moves on no time, why are they incapable of finding maneuvers in bullet and combinations and just play? They're just bad at bullet. But the same amount of time they'll spend on a blitz game and find some strong stuff. Now, an explanation, if you actually are toggling, is that it's running the whole time. So there's a horizon. So you see the ideas ahead of time. They start getting suggested. And you see that on your opponent's move. In a bullet game, it's a little more random. You don't have time on a bullet game. Yeah. Maybe he pops some Adderall. Thinking on the opponent's time, there's a lot of things you can do on your opponent's time. I mean, they are playing a bunch of streamers. I said there is a, if we were breaking down a case, that would be a motive. But yeah, something, something's off. I'll take a look later. I need to get, I need to rest up a little bit. I don't know why I keep playing through this game. I'm just not actually looking at it. Are they playing right now? My chess.com's laggy. I can't open things. Let's see. A grinding bullet. My chess.com is just slow. It's definitely, I'd be frustrated if I was in Danny's shoes as well. Let's put it that way. That's like an immortal game. just watch the bullet games. It's not lag. They don't know what's happening in bullet. The Blender, yeah, we were watching him. The time usage is suspicious to me. Yeah, he's not slow. He just is not strong at bullet. He blunders. He just doesn't play well. It's not an old guy. I mean, I don't think anybody thinks that. Just the profile of most cheaters is usually younger ones. Not there's definitely older cheaters too, but they're not slow. They beat Danya without spending much time on their clock. It's just a bad move. Well played here so far. He's probably watching. Yep, I'll have to check in on this later. Interesting case. We have lots of data, lots of streamer games. We'll have to revisit it. Maybe Daniel will give his maybe he'll look at it some more and tell you guys. But I'm curious what he thinks. The game is amazing, especially Queen D6, Queen H6, Bishop D6, Queen H1, and F5. Oh. That might have been a mouse slip. We hope it's a mouse slip. Not a mouse slip. Uh-oh. Knight b4 is a nice move. Not taking the queen, but playing knight b4 is actually pretty good. I liked it. I'm so soft on him. Well, what am I supposed to, what do you want me to do right now? It's 5 a.m. I'm tired. It's not as clear cut as most cases. Just the Danya game in particular stands out more. But people, some of the stuff you guys are posting, I said it could be a strong human playing on the account. But there seems to be a very big, like, I don't know what, that's not a mouse slip. I don't know if it's a mouse slip or if it isn't. We've watched them play Bulla. They don't hang their queen very much. They're not a good bull player, but they don't. They also know how to play chess. I mouse slip all the time, so usually people play queen d2 in those positions, including low-rated people. You put your queen on d2 behind the bishop on e3. You don't put your queen on d3. So the mouse slip is not unreasonable to guess. Low-rated people put their queen on d2. Which isn't a bad thing. Yeah, I don't know. These are just bullet games. This doesn't mean too much. I'm curious about the rapid games. Only thing it means is that I don't know how they came up with some of their attacking moves with no time spent if they're not really, really good at bullet. Anyways, yeah, to be determined. I'll have to take a look earlier in the day and check out some more games. Curious what Amon thinks as well. You saw the game against Amon. It looks like he played well. Really trying really hard against streamers. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. And the game against Danya is like another level. But it's a bit of a mixed bag. Which is still suspicious. I think there's a lot of people, I think, so I know they're out there, a lot of people that selectively cheat. So just because they don't cheat in a game or a certain person doesn't, dismiss them at all. Most good cheaters, all good cheaters are selective, pretty much. I'm not discounting anything. But I need to take a look a bit more. Which game was it? Just checked Frankfurt Airport on chess.com. I'm gonna go to bed. It was definitely interesting to look at it. You know, you have to spend a bit of time on these things. The Danya game is insane. There's no doubt about that. But if we're trying to put ourselves in chess.com shoes, we probably want to look at other games, right? Then you can. So. Yeah, he beat Danya. And it was an incredible attack. I wouldn't have been able to come up with it myself. I don't think, from what I'm seeing, this player is capable of playing a game like that. But yeah. I'm gonna think about the Dania game in bed. I'm gonna play through some of those moves again, just because. I mean, yeah, some of the, yeah. I'll see what I think about. That's the thing. That game, most titled players would be happy to play a game like that in a classical game. To produce something like that in a rapid game, to produce it without spending all of your time, produce some of the ideas in 5 seconds. There was titled players in here. That's like that would be the best game they've ever played in their life, and it's true. Like that, it's easy to analyze and see why the moves work, but to have the conviction in a game to go through with it and to see everything correctly like that, I mean, the whole process, very improbable, especially psychologically. Most people would shit their pants if they thought they were close to mating a GM. And they might be mating the GM, but psychologically it's so easy to mess up the position. And there is no hesitation at all in the game. It was an execution of the highest standard. Psychology is such a big factor. Such and it oh no, yeah, it wasn't didn't seem to be a factor when I looked over the game. But yeah, I'll think about it. But yeah, that game felt like another level. He found a very challenging sequence, and if you were a very clever, if you were trying to cheat in a very clever manner, this would be one of the ways to do it. And I faced some similarly rated cheaters before in the rapid pool. I've put my time in. I've caught quite a few players. But I'll think about it more. Maybe I'll have a bit of a change of opinion, but um, I think it's very normal for Danya to feel confused by the game. Okay, I'm gonna sleep for real now. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Danya, for the raid. I'm so sleepy. I don't think I'd have any chance against Splinterfest. Have a good night, everyone.